All right, I'm glad to see everybody this afternoon. My name is Justin Butler. I'm director of the music degree program here at Caldwell Community College, and I appreciate you coming out to our first concert of our fall concert series. This is our celebration year. This is the 40th year of the music degree program here at Caldwell Community College, so it's a big milestone, and we're celebrating it all year long, as we should, right? Just like I do with my birthday. It's my birthday every year, all year. Sorry. My writers did not prepare me very well with my jokes today. So our concert series, today we have the Swingbillies of Boonetown, where we have Southern Appalachian meets Turkey in a wonderful combination, very eclectic and unique. On the 31st Halloween, we will have Murder and Mayhem, Murder Ballads of Appalachia. And that is going to feature Kay and Patrick Crouch, along with Michael Reno Harrell and William Ritter. On November the 29th, we're going to have South African guitarist Derek Gripper. He's coming in and playing arrangements of an African instrument called the kora, which is a 21-string harp for the guitar, and a couple of classical interpretations in an African style. And he's a great performer. He's been here a few times. Well, this will be his second time. And then December the 6th, I do believe, we have our final concert of the semester, which will be our Caldwell Community College chorus. And I just want to let everybody know that we have started an early college. We got some early college students in here? Yeah, okay, I see you back there. Mm-hmm. We have started a chorus specifically for early college and CASA students that meets in the afternoons after the regular school day. So if you are interested in that, feel free to come talk to me. We will start registration for that in about a month or two. But we have quite a few students in there right now for our first semester of that, so it's really exciting and something brand new, and I'd like to see that continue to grow. So if you have any questions about any music programming, any concerts or classes here at the college, please don't hesitate to talk to me. But without any further delay, we'll hear some wonderful music.
Try not to be too formal around here. This is our first of these concerts that we've done. We're kind of like figuring out what it's all about as we come in and do it. We are the Swingbillies of Boonetown. My name is Mead Richter, and I'll just go ahead and introduce these guys before they play, and then maybe say their names one more time. I feel like a once over with names never really accomplishes that much. So this is Savaş Altuntaş, all the way from Turkey. So he's like bringing pretty much the educational and cultural part, and like actually the authenticity, I would say, to this show. And the rest of the band just kind of like came together organically, I would say. Savaş Altuntaş, all the way from Turkey. And this is my good buddy of a long time since I was in college. His name is Blake Collins. He plays out in Bristol. Some really cool music out there. And this is Mr. Adam Booker on bass, obviously. And yeah, he's also in Boonetown. So we don't all live in Boonetown, but 3 of us do. Anyway, we're going to do, so yeah, this is music of Turkey. I'm no expert in Turkish music. We just sort of started playing, wanted to throw together like a gypsy jazz band, and just met him out playing music in a park. Just random circumstance brought us together, and kind of eventually as we were playing jazz and stuff, realized that we each had sort of our traditional music that we could bring from our backgrounds that ended up being a lot more interesting to us than just being like another Django Reinhardt band. Everybody in here know who Django Reinhardt is? Anybody? You can make some noise in here, y'all. Say something. Say no or yes or something. Give me something, y'all. I know I'm not doing the best job talking here, but need some back and forth. Anyway, yeah, gypsy jazz, European jazz, which is what I studied for a while. And yeah, so this is like just the Turkish repertoire portion of our regular show, then otherwise we'll do like a lot of like gospel music and stuff from around here, like Doc Watson repertoire, stuff like that. Want to kick one off, and then we can talk some about Turkey or what have you.
We'll start with a piece called Yaksi Nimi. It's a Turkish devotional. It's Sufi music. I'm myself a duly initiated Sufi. It's my religion, my practice. It's very musical. And in the little community that we have, I've been the cantor singing religious music. It kind of came about while we were jamming. I just played one of those devotional pieces, and we realized that we could collaborate as a duo and play Turkish music together. And me was really interested in playing modal music. So this one is in Turkish mode. Sounds like this.
Yeah, are any of y'all studying music? Is this like a music? Y'all study music?
We have a few students in here.
Okay. I can't really see hands raised because of the lights. Y'all can just yell out. No.
Yes.
Okay.
And the words are about, there's quite a bit of symbolism in Sufi poetry and music, and the words are about being engulfed in the flames of divine love. And the poet is talking about his longing to unite with the almighty divine source of all love in the world. He's crying out, accept me and let me be one with you. So we'll go ahead and play that for you guys.
let's just go ahead into the next one.
Sure, we'll just move right on. The next one is called Rose, also a Sufi devotional. In this one, the poet likens the entire universe to the rose. So these desert mystics, it's one of the few flowers that are available and generally emanate their scent at nighttime. And all night long they hear the nightingales sing and nest in the rose. So the Sufis consider themselves to be the nightingale, and they consider their mentor, their guru, their teacher, the rose. And in the same way, a devotee, a believer, is the nightingale, and the God Almighty Himself is the rose. So it's the symbiosis between the created and the Creator, and how they reflect one another, and how it's the unity of the two that really brings the entire universe into the manifestation.
Should have you talk more often in the show. I got pretty deep there.
I know, right?
I wasn't expecting that. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, hold on.
Should have brought my Hafiz.
I know, right?
We usually burn some frankincense and myrrh at these, but they wouldn't let us because of fire.
It's beyond the regulations. We won't get that cosmic today. This one is in a minor key. It's not in that mode.
this next one, we actually took this old bluegrass gospel number and have transformed it through these Turkish modes that that Savash was talking a little about earlier. So, yeah.
What's a mode?
Good question, Blake.
What's a mode?
Oh, y'all don't have enough time for me to get into
Yeah, Adam should really be the one to.
No,
Doc-
I really
Doc-
shouldn't.
Dr. Booker.
Dr. Booker here is going to
Professor.
tell y'all in an hour and a half what a mode is.
It's like a key, you know, how like, oh, it's a major key, you know, something is C major, B major. But Western music works in major and minor keys, and Eastern music has a whole bunch of different modes where the notes are arranged. And the way we came up with this piece, actually, we had played a gig, and me and I have a close friendship. We hang out all the time. We're at each other's homes all the time. One day we played a gig. I think I had parked my car at his house, and we drove back to his house. I was tired, ready to leave, and we started talking about we need to write more original music. Like we're starting to develop our own unique sound. We really need to be playing original music instead of making arrangements. So, actually, before that, I said I want to talk about suffering, a gospel tune. Let's do that a cappella. And then Mead said, "No, man, you need to take the words of that and write an original tune in a Turkish mode." I was like, okay, that's kind of a wild idea. And I was packing my instruments, just loading up the car. I'm about to leave. I'm going home, and Mead's just sitting on the porch or outside the door, just basically just writing music. I'm like, all right, you son of a gun. I brought the guitar back out. So okay, let's compose this. And we just we turned on the sound recorder on the phone and just simply came up with it. Just instantaneously, it just came, divine inspiration. And then we had a new tune, which we're going to play another original a little later, in which I took a 13th century poem and wrote music to it. So Mead had the idea, why don't you do the same for this gospel tune, take the words of the gospel tune, and come up with something Turkish, and we actually came up with it in just a few minutes.
Because that's actually really common in that music, right? And,
Right, so we have so much poetry spanning hundreds of years, so people compose devotional music using the poetry. So that's something I also learned from my teacher. So we adapted that to the American culture in Appalachia. It's working out pretty well. The tune itself is the words are deep. It's about suffering. Let's keep on loving Jesus. But the music is definitely on the festive side, right? Makes you want to move. So if you guys want to dance along.
if wandering through the dry desert as festive,
That'll make it best of it, right? I mean, there's
Right,
Burning Man.
yeah, it's
then there's Burning
Yeah,
Man.
that seems pretty
It wasn't that dry this year,
No,
though.
not until it rains.
Austin was pretty dry.
Yeah, it tends to be.
E Phrygian.
Ish.
Okay.
It's actually an E, Hijaz. So Phrygian would be like. So in the Hijaz mode is for theoretically oriented lists. I got the raised third. That sounds Middle Eastern. Oh yeah. We're gonna get real professional. suffering here below. Let's keep following Jesus. The gospel train is coming. Don't you, brother, don't you want to go and leave this world of suffering? Talk about suffering here below. Let's keep loving Jesus. Talk about suffering here below. Let's keep following Jesus. Gospel train is coming. Don't you, brother, don't you want to go and leave this world of suffering here? Thank you for being here.
Yeah, this is super fun to go through this portion of the set.
It's amazing, really. A lot of fun. We actually play these out for a lot longer, but
Yeah, this is the short abridged version because we don't have that much time here today. We're taking half solos.
right.
What time is it, by the way?
It's 1:43.
Okay.
I'm keeping track of time. That's the reason I'm ending songs a little earlier than we usually would. Not that it's probably not noticeable out there.
In our normal set, we would have only gotten just now through the first two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Usually we're just getting started on the first two.
Yeah, we're still playing the introduction. And, do we have any questions?
Yeah, do y'all have questions for us or any kind of, we don't know how much information to put out there, what's not enough. You and y'all don't have to raise hands, just yell it all out. It's
I
not.
noticed them two players, every time you would like play like a solo, they would look back at each other and start smiling. I was just wondering why they would.
You're probably making fun of me, I don't know.
Because he's so good.
That's the reason I'm smiling at those people. They start sounding so good. I'm like, wow, that's so nice.
There's like points on the stage where like, I cannot believe I get to be part of this. And if that doesn't fill you with joy, then I don't know what will.
Also, we communicate. So,
Yeah.
we don't always take solos in the same order. Or whatever the moment inspires, so we'll turn around and look at each other and lead each other into the solos. And when it sounds really good, it just really brings a lot of joy.
A lot of this is improvised too. That's kind of like part of our thing. Is a lot of it's improvised, even as far as like the form. Like right before that one, you might have noticed we were kind of like, oh, let's do a bass intro to this one this time. And so he didn't know he was going to do a bass intro to that, but he just played it, and yeah, kind of like sets the tone for a piece like that. I think to have somebody open it up or what have you, just like a lot of different things can happen, and a lot of the stuff you play, like, through solos on a song like that, and eventually you figure out things that work and you want to incorporate it. It's like, I'm probably going to end up doing something like that almost every time. But then there are things that are like totally new. Sometimes that'll make me smile, and something just works out, and it's like nobody planned it, and it's just like kind of come together. Like you might hear a guitar line or like some interplay between the mandolin and guitar, where it's like, oh, I know where he's going with that idea. And I think that's really the fun of improv. Is like, there's been a lot of times I've played with bands where like everybody's improvising solos, but you kind of just don't, like, a lot of people don't listen to the people taking the solo, or don't really listen to each other, or it's kind of like the rhythm is one thing and then there's a solo happening and everybody's supposed to be listening to the solo, and the backing band is just to like make it easy for them to solo on the chords. But I think that's sort of like a backwards approach completely. I mean, anybody that really plays jazz will probably tell you that's totally backwards. It's all one thing, one kind of like moving organism in a way that,
We're
you should
wired
be
to improvise. We're absolutely, as a species, wired to improvise. I mean, it wasn't until like, Western European classical music that we actually wrote anything down. So for the tens of thousands of years of human history prior to that, how do we make music together? We learned how to communicate through music. It's like having a great conversation with your friends,
Yeah, so it's super fun for us, and sometimes we don't even, I feel like sometimes I probably don't look like I'm having as good a time as I am, because it's so like internal between us, and it's kind of just like, afterwards we'll hang out and just like not even say anything to each other, like after a gig or something that's at a brewery or something, or at a bar.
Everything needs to be said.
Yeah, like really.
Conversation is over.
Really, yeah. I'll feel like I got nothing left to say to these guys. Like, let's just sit here and we'll just like sit and like watch people or whatever. Like, those guys are talking.
Cool.
And sometimes I realize I see videos of our recordings. I realize one thing: if I don't smile, I look crazy on this. I'm so serious. Like, man, it's like that guy takes his job really seriously. I feel really lighthearted inside. Sometimes I look at me, man, I look like I'm really angry. I'd be afraid to make a mistake on stage with myself.
Definitely don't want to see a Turkish guy getting
I've been Americanized. It's okay. Yeah, for sure.
That's a good question.
Yeah, good question. Any other questions?
There's another one back there.
Yeah.
Do you guys just only play live music, or do you also stream like on Spotify, Apple Music?
We're such a new like band as a together that we're still like setting up our media and stuff. We do have we put some stuff out there on Instagram or whatever. I need to get better at it, but we are working on a recording right now. So like we all have our little like home studios and stuff. We'll do a lot of that. But yeah, that brings up a good point. We do need to get better about doing performances like via streaming. Or like a couple years ago, I was all about it, got way into it, and then I'm like, well, don't have to do that anymore. But there is still an audience.
As individuals, we're really old school and don't really spend much time
And
on
just
social
old.
media. Right.
Not even just the school part, but just. No, we're not that old.
But yeah,
Which, by the way, if you all want to record us while we're doing this, you're more than welcome to, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
We've all had our own other projects on the side too, groups that we played with.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you gotta have a lot going on as a musician. You gotta have a hustler mindset, I would say, to be a musician and make a living. And if you got a big fancy job like Adam Booker here.
I hustled a lot to get there.
Yeah.
There was a time I was literally working on my dissertation in the back of a van 6 nights a week between San Antonio and Houston, because the band leader was driving. I'm just like typing. Well, on the way there, while the sun was up, I would be doing all the research and highlighting and stuff, and then on the way back when the sun was down and I couldn't read, I'd just be typing. So
And he's still hustling, still has
Yeah,
side
so
projects and finds time for the Swingbillies. So that's the life you're in for if you
I
want
make
to play
time for
music. Let's
So we
play
have
another one.
10 minutes.
that's about half a team.
Yeah, should we just do one more? Maybe just Nazin Day and call it a day? A Nazin Day? It's
Fucking
been a
fish.
Nazin Day, boys.
So we have another Turkish piece, which I have all Turkish pieces. I'm proudly representing my heritage here. This one is not a religious piece. It's a love song about a love story that never came to
That's
be.
this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the words go as the spring breeze grazes my hair, I remember you, my one and only one, I remember you. I will remember you till the last day on earth. It's a beautiful little tune. And,
It's a sad song. I think
yeah,
there's
this
something about those sad songs when you're playing music. It's like those are the funnest to play. Like you're like, I could really shred on this and it actually fits the context of the tune. Something's too light. It's kind of like not even that fun to play.
yeah, it's very deep. It ends up being really moving at times.
It's the human condition. There's 3 kinds of major scales, but there's 8 kinds of minor scales.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta savor that negativity as a musician.
It's a beautiful thing to be able to express things like sorrow, longing, some of those emotions. That's why music is so powerful. It can move you to tears, to get you up and moving, dancing. It's really magic.
It also shows too that there can be beauty and sorrow music does, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the most obvious example of that, where you can listen to it, not even feel that way that the song is conveying, and just appreciate it from like an objective standpoint, and like, wow, it's a really awesome song or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point.
All right, let's get into it. Shalom.